Welcome to the Jesus Show. Not that one.
Butthole, sucking on my butthole, sucking on, sucking on. How would you think? How would you think somebody were to suck on butthole? Right? Like imagine the butthole's here, and then you're like, yeah, and then right? Is that how I should start the show? Talking about sucking on buttholes?
Yeah.
I mean, I started it.
Yeah.
Butthole, 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 butthole. See, even Thanatos' tail's wagging.
Oh
Butthole,
God,
butthole,
stop.
butthole, butthole. Look at. Hey, welcome back to the show. Yes, we were talking about buttholes, and I'll tell you about it in just a moment. But first, like always, please remember to rate, subscribe, write a review, follow me on Instagram, TheJesusShowNTO. On YouTube, just type in The Jesus Show, not that one, or NTO, it should come up. On Facebook, The Jesus Show, not that one. Correct, producer? Allie's in the room again. TikTok, The Jesus Show, not that one. Right? Yeah. Are you paying it? Can you pay attention to me? Well, then you shouldn't have brought your stupid serums in.
You got it right though. That was really cute.
Yes. And again, Thanatos is in the room with me. Apollo was on the bed over here, and then right before we started shooting, he decided to go underneath the desk, per usual. So he's not in the shot, but oh no, he's over. Oh, never mind, he's over there by Allie. Just kidding. Yeah, tell everybody you know. Tell them, hey, there's a show. It's pretty good. Sometimes he talks about buttholes and stuff, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. It's not every single episode. Now, jumping into butthole stuff. I've listened to Your Mom's House podcast with Tom Segura and Christina Pajitsky, and they've asked some of their staff on the show, like, what happens on first dates now? And they were talking about how butthole licking is in play, which I think that's odd. Hello, how are you? Let's go out for a couple drinks. And then at some point, the girl's tongue is on the butthole. But is it reversed? The guys are licking butthole for the girls too?
Yeah.
So butthole. Now, let me give you a little thing, the reason why I started talking about it. Me and Allie were walking the boys just a moment ago on our last walk of the night. And Tom Segura was talking to Whitney Cummings on her podcast. And the clip that they put out was talking about butthole stuff. And I think it's that Tom wants his wife to lick his butthole. I think that's what it is.
No, because he said it's not. I don't do that.
He hasn't had it yet.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's what it was. Then me and Allie started talking. I said, you know what? I've heard on Your Mom's House, they were asking the guys about, first dates and stuff, and girls just do it automatically now. And then I asked Allie, any of your single friends, do they lick butthole?
I don't think I've asked, but
I think it's something that you should ask.
Okay.
Hey guys out there listening, do you have any friends that lick buttholes? Now, let me put this caveat on it, right? This disclaimer. If you do it, congratulations. I'm not judging. I just didn't know that was a thing now. That licking butthole is part of the dating experience, for lack of a better word. Because I think maybe if you're dating somebody and then, I don't know, 3, 4, 6 months into it, you're like, hey, by the way, just to let you know, I want to lick your butthole or I want my butthole licked. I think that's what I thought. But to not know the person's last name, and then you're like, hey, I was hanging out with this one girl, Allie, and she totally licked my butthole and I licked her butthole. And then if a friend goes, wait, huh? Yeah, I mean, that just happens. Oh, do you know her last name? No, that doesn't matter. Anyways, I was like nose deep into her butthole. I find that very different and odd, I guess. Not I guess. I find it a little different. But again, hey, if you like it, do it. And this show is a safe space for those who lick butthole or want their butthole licked. There's no kink shaming on this show ever. Right? There we go. Now that we got the topic of butthole out of the way, let's talk about some soccer. Today is, what day is it today? Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. And there was a slew of MLS games. Let me take you what happened yesterday on Tuesday. Orlando and San Jose played in Orlando, and Orlando beat the shit out of San Jose 5-0. Yeah. It escalated quickly. Daryl Dike, one of Orlando's forwards, and I'm sorry that I keep looking at Allie because she's in the room and I'm.
Want me in the shot?
No, it's okay. She's over here fucking around with her face and stuff. I don't. Daryl Dike was playing in Europe, I believe, in the second division in Europe or England. They didn't buy him, so he came back. He's a very good forward. Like, he's a big dude, strong, fast, and I believe he scored two goals last night, and I think that was his first game back. So it was just, I saw the score, and I mean, I thought maybe it was gonna end 0-0. Maybe Orlando would win 1-0, 2-1, but 5-0. Holy shit! And then today, the New England Revolution played again at home. Well, I shouldn't say again because they were on the road against New York FC on Saturday, and they won. But it was back and forth. Matt Turner, the goalie for the New England Revolution, he stopped a PK, which was really good. And then I believe New England scored, and then New York scored, and it was back and forth. Then it was 2-2, and then towards the end of the game, New England scored again to make it 3-2. And they ended up winning on the road, which was fantastic. And then tonight, New England went out to a 3-0 lead. And then early in the second half, it was 2-0 at halftime, 3-0 just after the break. And I thought for sure, like, oh, they're going to run away with it. And they let in, New England let in a goal, so it was 3-1. And then they let in another goal, so it got a little dicey there. But they pulled off the win. It's their 5th straight win in a row, and they're still on top. They're still number 1 in the East, which is fantastic. Again, like I said, I think I said it last week, or it could have been the week before. It's nice to see AJ on a winning team again. Because, again, I'm not trying to disparage any MLS team, especially any MLS team that AJ has played for, because there's no need for that. But and Houston, after their first year, they didn't do that well. And then last year, Miami, holy shit. I mean, they made it to the playoffs. So to make it to the playoffs in your first year is huge. But they went in at I think they squeaked in the last position. Yeah. And then they lost to Nashville on the road. But again, it's just nice to see AJ on a team that is successful. And again, this is only the first part of the season. I think there's 36 games they've already played. I think this was their 10th game, so they still have 26 games left. So there's a lot that can happen. I hopefully they don't, eat shit for the rest of the year, which I don't see them doing because Bruce Arena is their coach, AJ is on the team. They have a solid group of young guys and a solid group of veterans who I believe are helping each other out. The only shitty part is to see them concede goals when I feel that they're a strong enough team that they shouldn't be conceding goals. They should be racking up the goals on the offensive side. But, to give up 2 goals last week and then to give up 2 goals this week or tonight. Yeah, I know sometimes shit happens. I mean, at the end of the day, all that matters is that they won and they got the 3 points and they're still in first. So that's nice. I was also watching a little bit of the Austin game. They were away to Minnesota and they didn't look too good. It sucked because Cecilio, he got subbed out at halftime. You normally don't want to see that. I don't know why Josh Wolf did that. But a bit of positive from that game is that Hector Jimenez was on the field, and I believe this is Hector's first game back after the injury he suffered in LA. When I went to go see the game, watching it live, it didn't look that bad. So we were a little confused as to, he's staying down. And then the moment they brought the stretcher in, we were like, holy shit. And then one of his uncles told us it didn't look too good. So we were really worried about Hector. And then I think a couple days later, I was going to say what I was told here on the podcast, but I wanted the team to confirm it because when I found out, there was no MRI, there was no x-ray, there was nothing other than like this is the initial thing that they said that it possibly could be, which was a lot worse. And then when the team confirmed that it wasn't as bad as initially thought, it was good. I was happy that I kept my mouth shut.
I thought you mentioned it.
I mentioned it, but I don't think I said what it was. Yeah. And there's been a couple times where, there's times where like I know things because I'm told, but then I won't say it because sometimes the information I have noticed has changed when it publicly comes out. So I'm just happy that I don't have a big mouth when it comes to that. Because if I were to say, oh, this is what I heard, then it comes out and then people will be like, that's not what they said. You sound fucking stupid. But yeah, it was nice to see Hector Jimenez back on the field running around. And I'm just happy that his injury was initially not as bad as they thought and that he's back out there on the field. I think he is a really good veteran player who still has a lot to offer to any team. And it's just nice. I don't know Hector personally. I've hung out with him a couple times. I've talked to him a couple times. I guess hanging out with him and talking to him is kind of the same thing. Yeah, I've talked to him a couple times when I have hung out with him. Maybe that's a better statement. Very nice guy. He's always been very nice to me. Very open about everything. And, when I have that personal connection with somebody, especially when they're very nice, I want them to have success because I knew Hector as, he plays for the Galaxy. He's one of my favorite players on the Galaxy. And that's all I ever knew about him. And then after meeting him with AJ, because AJ's really good friends with him, then there started to become I looked at him different because it was, now I know him on a slightly more personal level than just any normal fan would know him as or know about him. That's why, when they traded him away, I don't know if they traded him or if he left. I don't know exactly how and why he left LA. But when he wasn't with LA anymore, I was a little upset because I was like, damn it, like, why'd you got to get rid of, a player of his caliber? And then when he went to Columbus, it was nice to see that they won the championship last year. And, I want success for him. If my friends are not in the final, and he happened to be in the final, and it was just nice to see him and Jossie win a championship with Columbus. So that was nice. A couple other scores from tonight. I didn't watch the game, but I watched like the live updates from Houston versus Portland. I saw that Houston took the lead 1-0, and then I believe they were up 2-1, and then it ended 2-2. I saw the same thing with Nashville and Toronto. I think Toronto was up, right? Yeah, Toronto was up, and then they tied it 2-2, or no, 1-1. And then Toronto took the lead again, which was the last time I saw, which was in the 81st minute. Toronto was up. Right? Hold on. I'm trying to do this shit right now. Toronto. Yeah. Okay. So Toronto was up 1-0, and then 1-1, and then 2-1. And then Nashville tied it 2-2. And then Nashville ended up winning it in extra time, which was kind of surprising to me. I really feel that Toronto, I mean, I've seen some of their games. I don't think Toronto is a shitty team. I think they're a good competitive team, but they haven't really had the results they need. As I'm checking the table right now, Toronto's second to last in the East.
Oh my God.
Wow. I did not realize that they were doing poorly, for lack of a better word.
Wow, yeah.
Cincinnati beat Chicago. I'm so sorry. Allie's a huge
Oh
Chicago,
my God, I
huge Chicago Fire fan. Let me tell you a quick story. When I first started dating Allie, I told her, in talking, like, hey, what do you like to do? What's your favorite this? What's your favorite that? And I think you noticed that I liked soccer, right? Because I think I was wearing a bunch of Galaxy shit. And then she said, I believe it was like maybe a month, maybe 2 months into us hanging out. She goes, hey, there's something. She sat me down and everything. It was kind of weird. She goes, hey, there's something that I really want to tell you. And I said, what? Because, now that I think about it, there was times where I asked her, I said, hey, do you have a favorite soccer team? Do you follow MLS? And she was just like, you have big muscles. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? I don't have big muscles. It was very weird. I think one time she said, I like the way your hair looks. Right? You're like, I like the way. Like, okay, thank you. I styled it. Another time you told me I smelled really good, which, I mean, made sense at the time because I did shower. But she was always very elusive as to why she wasn't telling me her favorite team. But I wasn't paying attention, right? So she sat me down and she goes, hey, there's something that I need to tell you. And I went, what? And I was kind of scared at the time because I didn't know what she was going to tell me. She had this like sweater on and she was like, I have to show you something. She went, zzz. I was like, did she get a new shirt from Target maybe? From Forever 21? And she opens it. As she opens it, I see the Chicago Fire crest right here. And I thought, okay. I'm just thinking because she's, from Indiana, not fucking Chicago. Did I ever tell them that story?
That was the first episode.
Fucking liar. So she goes, I'm a proud Fire In fan. And I went, what? She goes, I love the Chicago Fire. I grew up watching the Chicago Fire. She did say one of her favorite players was and is Mike McGee. So, I mean, I told her, okay, cool. Like, I accept that. Because then at the time, Mike McGee was playing for the LA Galaxy. And he's one of the greatest players ever to play ever in life.
I didn't know who Mike McGee was until...
Shut your fucking mouth. Oh, my God.
until the LA
Wow. Liar. She said, I love Mike McGee. If I wasn't with you, I'd, try to be with him. And I said, obviously, because who wouldn't? Duh. But she was just telling me the love she had for the Chicago Fire. And I think I got a little angry. There was a little fire in my belly. And then at that was the time that I thought to myself, I don't know if I can be with her. I'm okay if she likes the Chicago Fire, but I can't I don't think I could be with somebody, but buddy that loves, like, die hard. Every time I tell her that the Chicago Fire lose, she gets mad. You should see her off camera right now. She's like, stoning her face. What is that thing?
A gua sha stone.
A what?
Gua
Gua?
sha
Shaw?
stone.
What the fuck? It's a moonstone or something. I don't fucking know.
It's for lymphatic
Oh,
drainage.
cool. Anyways, she's gouacheing her face over here because she's been like this all day. So she has to gouache it like this. I smile. I like it. Everything is nice and good. So yeah, I'm sorry. And the worst part about tonight's loss is that the Chicago Fire lost against Cincinnati. They're fucking terrible. Fucking terrible. Oh, speaking of, no, I shouldn't say that. Should I say? No.
Can you also tell them that was all a lie?
All truth, by the way. Everything I just told you, 100% true. Allie, true, right? Yes. See, so don't worry about it. Yeah. Anyway, Cincinnati's really shitty. Like, I know I just said I shouldn't disparage any MLS team, but holy fuck, Cincinnati is terrible. And there's somebody on the team. Yeah. Anyways, if you really want to hear my take on Cincinnati, yeah, you can ask me and I'll tell you why. No, not they're a shitty team, but there's another layer to it that fucking. Ay, Dios mío. What else? Kansas City beat Colorado 3-1. Seattle fucking won again. Listen, I've said it once, I'll say it before. Do I want to interview some of the Seattle Sounder players? Yes, I do. But because I grew up a Galaxy fan, I don't like to see Seattle win. But I've said it once, I'll say it again. They're a very good team with a solid group of players, a really good coach, and apparently a great front office. So, whoop-de-doo if you're a Seattle Sounders fan, I guess. LAFC won 2-0, and the Galaxy won 2-1. And that is, NYFC beat Atlanta 1-0, and Columbus lost to the Philadelphia Union 1-0. Oh, yeah, Montreal and DC United tied 0-0. So, yeah. That's your soccer take with Jesus. That was good, right? Yeah. No, I can't. I don't think I can use that because I might get sued. I want to tell you guys, I went to Circa and I went to Stadium Swim with Derek, Chris, and Chris's brother, Matt. That was really cool. Have you guys ever been to Stadium Swim? Oh, you haven't? Oh, it's really cool. Let me tell you about it. Chris described it very well to somebody. When I've described it to people, I'm like, oh, yeah, there's a bunch of really big TVs and there's pools. It's cool, right? Sounds kind of, you're like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. Chris said it's a sports book with a pool. And I went, holy Santa Claus shit. That's a great way to describe it because that's exactly what it is. I went on Thursday with the guys and Copa America. Copa America is on right now. The pool we were in was just like there's a row and then, there's a pool here on this side and then two more pools. I think there's like 4. I think the top ones weren't open, but the 3 were. We're in the first pool on the left. First pool on the left. I'm watching the Copa America game, Brazil and I don't know, somebody. Which was great for me because I'm watching soccer. I'm in the pool. I'm having a couple drinks. Everton Irie. But when we got there, before we jumped in the pool, Derek and them were like, hey, let's place a bet on the Nets Bucks game, NBA. And I went, okay. I mean, I don't gamble. I rarely gamble. But the guys were putting $20 on the game, so I thought, fuck it, I'll put $20. So Chris's brother, Matt, he put $20 on the Nets to win. This was game 6 in Milwaukee. So he said the Nets are going to close it out tonight. And I went, okay, well, fuck it. I'm going to root against you just to make it interesting. So I put the $20 in, and I believe I took the Bucks by at least 5 or -5. I don't know what the fuck that means. The guys were trying to explain to me. I think I understood. I was like, so they have to win by 5 or more for me to win the bet? I think that's what they said. So, we put the bet. We go to the pool. We have a couple drinks. We're hanging out. I'm watching the soccer game. Well, no, the guys are watching the soccer game with me. We're watching the soccer game and the basketball game. And so then now that the soccer game's over, now we're paying attention more to the basketball game because, I have money on it. But we're talking, we're having a great time. It wasn't it wasn't busy, which was nice. So we're just hanging out, listening to some music. It was dope. She's still mushing her face, her guava mush, whatever, her face. She's still really mad about the fire. Anyways. Then at one point, we're not really watching the game. We're just having a good time just talking. And I look over and I go, oh shit, there's 5 more minutes left. And I think they were up by 15. And I go, wait, if the game ends right now, do I win? And they go, yeah. So the game ends. I ended up winning. And I was like, fuck yeah, hell yeah, I won. I won $18 off my $20. And then we all agreed that whoever won would take the money and put it on a roulette bet, red or black. That's another game I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. One time I played when Jonah and Frankie and Pat came. We went after dinner to place a bet because Jonah was like, oh, I have a feeling. So, I was like, here's some money for the feeling. And we fucking lost. And I was like, God damn it. But I don't know. Are you taking a picture? Nice. She's over here taking selfies during the episode. Who does that? Come on. Oh, because she's going to post a selfie. This way. I'm so sad for the fire. And then this is how I guava my face. And then I'm happy again. I'm so happy. So I lost with that roulette bet with Jonah. And then when I placed it after the game on Thursday, I lost. I put it on, did I put it on black? I think I put the money on black. And I was like, boom, it's going to hit. Because the board, I believe, said black, red, red, black, red, red, black, red, red. So, I mean, it should have hit black. But it went red again. And yeah, fuck it, whatever. So that was irritating.
The worst odds in anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Roulette?
Do not play roulette.
Oh. Well, hey guys, did you know roulette has the worst odds?
You have better chance winning at blackjack.
Oh, shit. Okay. Well, I don't know anything. That's why I don't gamble. Boom. Roasted. Also, did you guys know that the In-N-Out by our house has the good kind of ice? Has a rabbit poop ice? Oh, it's the best. I mean, I'm not drinking the ice because you can't drink ice. Well, I guess you can if you let it melt, right? I'm drinking water. It was tea. Not that you guys care. Ooh, let me tell you a story. Oh, that's right. Last week, so Allie's can I share?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because I already did on the day. Okay. Allie's grandfather passed away, unfortunately. She was on a trip, and she got some news that her grandfather wasn't doing well. She wanted to go see him before he passed. And, I told her, I said, go. I mean, I'll hold it down with the dogs. So she left on a Sunday, Sunday night after she got back from a trip. She got back. I picked her up from the airport. She was home for maybe 2 hours. I took her back to the airport. And she took the red eye to Chicago. And we're back. The camera shut off again, even though Allie said, I changed the dealies and it won't do it again. Fuck you, Canon. All right, here we go. I don't know at what point it stopped, so I'm just going to backtrack a little bit. So on Sunday, Allie had a trip. She got back. She was home for about 2 hours. I took her back to the airport. She took the red eye to Chicago. She got there Monday morning, and you saw your poppy, right?
Mm-hmm.
She saw her poppy. And then when did he pass away? Was it Wednesday or Tuesday?
Tuesday. We were able
Tuesday.
to see him Monday and Tuesday. He passed Tuesday night.
Yeah. Allie was able to see him Monday and Tuesday. He passed away Tuesday night because you guys saw him Monday afternoon and Tuesday morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was at the gym, and then Allie calls me and says, hey, my poppy died. And I was like, whoa. You sounded very calm.
I was trying to keep it together.
Yeah.
I think it was worse when my mom called me. We were on a delay on the airplane, and she said Poppy's in the hospital with a brain bleed, and just tears were like.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when Allie got the call that her poppy was in the hospital with a brain bleed. She called me, and she was obviously bothered by it. And I was trying to calm her down. But again, she was very fortunate that she got to see him 2 times before he passed away. So he passed away. Wow, I'm trying to think. What was the point of that story? I think I had a point to it, but I think I lost it because of the fucking camera.
Sorry.
You didn't do anything. It was fucking the goddamn camera.
So you were saying you left. I left. You were like, oh, can I mention this?
Oh, yeah. I remember now. I remember.
And
Yeah. So the reason why Allie was gone was because they were having, their family lost. She lost her grandfather. Her mom, Carla, lost her father. So she was gone. That's another reason why I've kind of fucked up on the episode, guys. Episodes. Or the episode when she was gone. I said it on my Instagram story a little bit ago. Allie was like, this is how you do shit. And I was like, I think I got it. And then clearly I did not get it. Again, I'm learning. So while Allie's gone, at one point, I'm walking the dogs. We're leaving the dog park. And when we leave the dog park, sometimes, depending on how long we've been at the dog park, I'll go in front of the apartment complex on the trail because the boys normally won't poop in the dog park. The only one who will poop in the dog park is Apollo when he really has to take a shit. Then that's how I know, like, oh, he really had to go because he pooped in the dog park. But they normally never poop. It's rare. I think Thanatos has only pooped in there once, now that I think about it. Maybe twice. But he'll hold it. He'll poop. He's pooped right outside the dog park. He'll start it. It starts coming out, and I'm like, hey, motherfucker, why didn't you just do it in there? We were in there for an hour. So neither of them had pooped. So I thought to myself, oh, let's go on the trail. And it's just nice to go back on the trail instead of, cutting through the apartments. Well, I see this woman on the other side of the parking lot, and she has an In-N-Out bag and an In-N-Out cup. And I look at her, and I automatically go, I bite my lip a little, and I'm like, yeah. Because in my head, I see the In-N-Out cup, and my fat ass goes, ooh, yeah, baby. She has a milkshake. Because that's what I would get. That's what I normally get. I normally get an extra large, half chocolate, half vanilla milkshake. To me, that's dope. That's what I think of. So when I saw her cup, I went, ooh, yeah. Not realizing that I'm looking at a woman going, ooh, yeah. She doesn't know. She doesn't know what the fuck I'm doing or why I'm doing it. Then I realize what she's wearing. Then I tell Allie, I realized she was wearing like really short shorts. Like her butt was kind of hanging out. So I can only imagine she's like, ew, this motherfucking creepy guy is looking at me and not even being subtle. Like, you know, when guys like look and you catch him looking, but you're like, oh, I think that guy's checking me out. But this was like a blatant, ooh, yeah. And I was like, oh, son of a bitch. I was like, great. Now there's this girl, this woman in the apartment complex who's probably thinking there's this fucking creep with 2 German shepherds that was totally oogling my goodies, right? Is that a good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I told Allie, I said, yeah. And then Allie goes, why did you even have to make that face? I go, because I thought she had a milkshake and the milkshake sounded good. Now, in my defense, I did go get In-N-Out that night and I did get 2 milkshakes. And I don't know about you guys, but if I have too much dairy, I shit my brains out. I don't know if, I don't think I'm lactose intolerant. I could be. I don't know. Well, maybe I am because when we lived in Hermosa Beach, we would walk to the Manhattan Beach Creamery and I would but here's the reason why I don't know if I have or if I'm lactose intolerant is because I would get a 3 scoops of Rocky Road and then I would slam it. But there was times on the way home that I was done with it and then I'd tell Allie, we have to start walking faster because I have to take a shit. And then I'd get home and it was like this. Can you say it? It was like that. It was just, I'd sit down and whoop, yeah. But you know, it's brown and poop and it's gross. Then there has been times where I'm eating ice cream at home and I'll buy, how big is it? A quart? Right? Is that how big they are? A quart? A gallon?
The quarts are the small.
The small one. So what are the bigger ones? A gallon?
Yeah.
Hey guys, sometimes I eat a gallon of ice cream in a night and then I...
Oh, maybe
Pint quart?
Oh.
All right, Allie's going to check. Not the little ones.
Like we're talking
Not
about
like the Ben and Jerry's
ice
little,
cream or something.
but like your regular ice cream. I think it's a quart. Because the gallons are the big fucking buckets. I don't get the buckets. I can't eat, well, I don't know if I can eat a gallon. Oh, fun fact. When we were kids, me and Greg.
1.5 quart.
1.5 quart, okay. When we were younger, me and Greg, my mom would buy the Neapolitan ice cream. So it was the chocolate, strawberry, and what? Chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. And we would scoop out everything but the strawberry. So then she would get pissed off when she wanted ice cream because she would go, or even Carrie. Carrie would go and she'd be like, who ate all the chocolate and the vanilla? And we were like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, it magically happened. Yeah, so the quart. I'll eat a quart of Rocky Road. I just found amaretto. Cherry dilly at Smith's. And I ate it all the other night. And it was delicious. And also, guess what? Say it together. Jesse shit himself so much. I mean, it was like a factory of poop.
Shit yourself?
Well, I didn't shit myself, but I was like, I made it to the restroom. I made it onto the toilet, and it was, it was coming out like I showed you earlier with the water. And so again, I don't know if I'm lactose intolerant because I eat so much in one sitting. So I don't think I've ever, you know who eats You know who eats one scoop and is okay with it? Well, yeah, no, you. You know who has the most boring ice cream selection?
What?
AJ.
Oh,
The first time we went to go get ice cream with him, he goes, I'll get one vanilla scoop with sprinkles.
it's so good.
And I went, okay, cool. Like, that was the first time. And then we went again a separate time. And then he got that. And I went, you know what? I'm just noticing that I'm a hypocrite.
You're so mean. That's right.
Because every time I go to get ice cream, I get Rocky Road.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't be talking shit.
You're so judgmental.
Yeah, I am.
And look at you.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Wow. That's true. You know what? At least he knows what he wants. Vanilla with sprinkles. That's it. That's his go-to. The only time I ever switch it up from Rocky Road is if there's some sort of cherry ice cream and I try it, and then if I think that it's the tits, then I'll eat it. Or
The Michoacan.
oh, the Michoacana, yeah. La Michoacana.
Should ask them if they know.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, guys, excuse me. I burped because La Michoacana is in my head. Do you guys know what La Michoacana is? Oh, you don't? Let me tell you. The Michoacan, there's two by my mom's house. One off of Mountain and the mountain place over there. If you were in my head, you'd know where it was. But it's over there. Like, here's my mom's house, and then you go over there. So it's over there, off Mountain. And then there's another one off of Holt, I think. It's Mexican ice cream. It's delicious. They have, Ali gets the tequila, which is gross.
It's like almonds.
It does kind of taste like almonds.
And
It is pretty good.
almonds in it.
Oh, okay. There's almonds in it. It's pretty good. But then they have one that's queso.
Oh yeah.
Ay, pues dame queso. Ay, quiero queso. Ice cream. Fuck that shit. I do get the paletas de vainilla, the vanilla paletas.
Which are?
The paletas.
They don't know what a paleta is.
Paleta. It's a ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
The
Like a bar.
Yeah, ice cream bar. There we go. Ice cream bar. Paletas. Paleta. I get those. I get like 6 of them. And then I eat all 6. See, here's my problem. I eat all 6 that night. And then not only am I shitting myself, but I'm farting up a storm
That small room.
in our old room. And it's small. And it has linoleum floor. And you can really hear. It's like, the noise of it is really nice. It's a farter's dream, which I love. Because, you know, you hear nice truenos. But yeah, I like the mango with chamoy. Berries nice. And usually when I go in there and order, I'll order in español. I go, pues, pinche güey, dame unos pinches paletas. No mames, pues verga, dame mango con chamoy. Mámame los huevos, métete 2 dedos en la boca y después en el culo. And then they go, oh, okay. And then I pay. Pretty much what I said was dick, verga, right? I said dick. And then I said, put 2 fingers in your mouth and then up your asshole. So, hey, remember, you guys are learning Spanish words. And this is what you get with my podcast, obviously. Duh. So yeah, that's really good. My stepdad, Jose, he'll be like, "Hey, Tito, ¿quieres ir a La Michoacana?" And I go, "Yeah, vamos." So we'll go. That's always fun.
Yeah.
And what I want to end with this week is I've realized that Vegas drivers fucking suck. I thought LA drivers were bad. And I'm sorry, guys, if it's annoying you if I keep looking
No,
at
man,
Allie.
I'll come on camera.
No, I'll have you in the next episode. Maybe next time you should be like right here so I can just go off camera. Or
Right
that.
where in the wall?
Yeah, in the wall. Yeah. Vegas drivers fucking terrible. Like, the drivers out here are stupid. At least once a day, whether I'm driving or walking, I will see a close call, an almost accident. Some of our friends, since we've lived here, have got into, thankfully, Tammy and Tony did get it. Theirs was pretty bad. Yeah. They were in a pretty bad accident. They're okay. I mean, as okay as you're going to be. I think Tammy broke a couple ribs, right?
Like 5 ribs.
Yeah. Just some fucking morons. And then, Taylor got into a fender bender.
They came on like head on to her.
Yeah. But I mean, it wasn't her fault is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like everybody else that we've known that has gotten in an accident, they've been fender benders, nothing that bad. But still, just fucking terrible. People do the dumbest shit around here. And again, I thought LA was bad. Nothing close. And I don't know if it's a combination of, these people have been locked away because of the pandemic and then now they're running wild. But before we got here, we were told that insurance prices were pretty high here. And I didn't really necessarily understand why. They just said it was, a high-risk state.
Yeah, until we asked.
They just said because a lot of people come visit Vegas and they rent a car and, they'll drink and drive and, they're just fucking stupid. They act wild when they get here. But then in the surrounding areas, one of the surrounding areas we live in, it's just as fucking bad. I've seen people in broad daylight going the wrong way on the road because they don't want to go all the way to the other light to make a fucking U-turn. So they hope oncoming traffic is not going to hit them just so they can squeak over. There's times where it's, one way of traffic can only make a left over here, and people, they don't fucking care. They get in there just to make a fucking U-turn. I've seen people go over the median right here.
Yeah.
I've seen people waiting at a fucking red light, and they're like, I don't want to wait anymore. And they almost cause an accident because of,
First moved here.
huh?
Remember when we first moved here and she went on red, that big white?
Yeah. I've seen people at a dead fucking stop at a light to turn left, go in front of the cars and pull all the way over to go straight on the street going this way when they were originally going to make a left, causing all kinds of havoc. Like, in what fucking world do these people live in? That they're like, I'm going to make a left. Oh, you know what? Actually, now I want to go that way while traffic is going this way on a green light. I don't understand. And if anybody from Vegas or the Vegas area is listening to me, don't be a cunt when you drive. Just don't do it. Be a good driver. And also be careful when you're driving around here because people fucking suck. The more you know. I really wanted to get more into it, but I feel like I'm just going to get really, really heated. And then I'm going to start maybe offending a lot of you guys out there with all the words I want to drop. By the way, if you guys don't know, I love the word cunt. It's a really good word. I got it from Jim Jeffries, the Australian comedian. And I've noticed when we would go to Melbourne and Sydney for work trips, they do use cunt a lot. And I love it.
Unpopular opinion in the States.
But here in the States, I've said it just in passing. I'm like, those cunts. And people are like, oh my God, I can't believe you just said. I'm like, simmer down. It's only a word fucking relax, okay? Or don't relax. I really don't give a shit. I'm not going to change my vocabulary because you don't like it. Eat a dick. And with that, thank you for listening to the show. Once again, rate, subscribe, follow, and tell everybody you know. I think this week we should do a little more original music by me, maybe with Allie, if you come in the shot real quick and join me. We're just gonna, get up, because we're just gonna sing. Well, yeah, just gonna sing. We're gonna sing a little song. Ready? Butthole, butthole.
Butthole pleasures.
Butthole, butthole.
Butthole pleasures.
Thank you for listening to the Jesus Show. Oh.